Welcome back to the Football Terrace, another ranking show for you. It's been a while now, a good anywhere between 9 to 12 months, I think, since the last time we've done one of these. And with the football being postponed this weekend, we thought what better time to sit down as a group and look at the top sixes, summer transfer activity, and then give you the chance, the audience, to help us rank it from club legend down to will flop. This is how you think this individual will do at their new club. All the main signings from the top six are there. We haven't included backup goalkeepers or the purchase of young fringe players as per some of the midfielders Chelsea have bought as an example. The main players for the first 11 are all there, visible and ready. You will know the score as well when we're pranking them. You can super chat in if you feel the need to. We'll maintain the levels that you, the audience, set about 2.5 years ago now. £5 to move them anywhere, £20 to put them. £5 one space up or down, £20 anywhere you want, £50 to create a new tier. There's no obligation to do that. You just know the rules set by you, the viewers, in terms of the super chats. But look at this brilliant panel tonight on this wonderful Saturday evening as the nation mourns the loss of the Queen. Not everyone is, some are, some not. I mean, Roy, people have DM'd me today asking to cancel Roy for a meme he put out. As you can see, we're not here cancelling people for a sense of humour, and that's the way we are at the Football Terrace. How are we all this evening? We all good?
Yeah, man. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Always.
I feel like Roy's going to get really triggered today. I can just feel it. So
what
I can't
did
wait
you say
for
about
that.
the Queen?
Yeah, what did you say?
Wait, Terry, are you serious about that?
Yeah, someone DM'd me saying you put a meme out that I didn't even think was about the Queen. It was like a kid crying, and then they smiled where it said, "I'm sad about the noise about the Queen," but then I realized Tuchel gets longer to prepare his free. No,
Graham
gets longer to prep his team, and I just thought it was funny. Someone like, you should never have him back on again for that joke. And I just thought the other irony is if you actually listen to stories about Queen Elizabeth, the rumor has it she had a very good and kind of like a wicked sense of humor, things that actually found funny. So for me, I was like, well, she'd find it funny. So there we go. And as you can all see, Roy is not cancelled. Roy is not cancelled. He is here. Look, without any further ado, we're going to jump into this. Everyone knows the state of affairs when it comes down to this. Viewers at home, make sure you smash the like button. You subscribe to the Football Terrace as well. But Colleen, I go to you first. And I give you... Who's that? I don't know who that is. Dizzy. I
was like, what is going on here?
I was so confused.
It's my fault. It's my cousin. We're a musical household, you feel me? So everybody really gets it.
I was like, oh, wow. Well, at least there's no copyright strike on that. Do you know what I mean? I big him up. So, Colleen, to you first, and I'm going to give you Artur Melo of Liverpool. Artur Melo of Liverpool.
Oh, that's an easy one. He's going to flop straight. That's not even any debate. Like, it was a bit insignificant at Juve.
You haven't seen him play yet.
I don't need to. Don't need to see him play, to be fair. Put him straight to flop.
Straight into flop.
I mean, for a Liverpool fan, I'm sure he's probably going to be a club legend in terms of the state of affairs in the midfield as it is. But, baby, I promise you, you ain't going to be talking about Melo in a year's time. Flop. Flop, flop, flop.
There we go. Straight into the flop category there. Nice quick start. Roy, to you next, my friend. And I'm giving you Djed Spence of Tottenham.
Oh, well, I think we haven't really seen too much of him so far. And like, it's not, have he even been making match day squads? Like, so I don't even know if I can call him a bench. Can you bring up the tiers again 1 second?
Yeah, please.
But like, what do you think he's going to be, Roy? Because no one's really played enough.
If I'm thinking long term, I think good on his day. I haven't seen enough to call him a quality baller. I'm going to say good on his day.
Good on his day. Fair enough. Nice swift start here. On my Dizzy, to you next, and I'm giving you Marquinhos of Arsenal.
Be hard.
Resist the pressure from Colleen.
Let me wait. What's the tier list? Let me see the tiers. Man, I'm gonna go with bench warmer. I think most players at Arsenal that they're signing right now, they're not gonna end up playing in the long term because inevitably it will fall apart and they will start again. So I'm going in bench warmer.
Terry, put his face on the mine. So I can
But I mean, bench warmer. I mean, he looked good the other
not a
night.
bad thing.
He looked good the other night. He looked good in the.
He's only 19 as well, man. He's only 19.
He scored, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Good goal.
Great
And
goal.
assisted.
Oh, impressive.
And assisted.
You saw how much it meant to him as well. I like seeing
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Emotion.
Man cried on national TV. I heard a rumor he was a very big royalist. That's what I heard, but that's just rumors. I don't know if it's true. But there we go. He's been put on. Gooners. What are you saying about the Gooner Lee? Marquinhos on bench warmer. Do you think that's a little bit harsh?
You know what? For now, I'm gonna say keep him at bench warmer. And again, it's hard because we haven't seen enough of him. That's the first thing. And secondly, I think, and most importantly, you got to displace Saka. So is he going to get the game time? To kind of make the impact. But yeah, for now, look, I'll keep him at bench warmer. I do think that there is a little bit more hope. I mean, Arteta brought him in and said that they was going to kind of determine where we was going to go out on loan throughout seeing him throughout pre-season and just training from now till January. Look, he's played him the other day, and all you can ask is when you come in, make an impact. And that's what you want to see from your signings. You want to see them make an impact. And look, Lisandro Martinez has done it at Man United. Anthony somewhat has done it at Man United as well. And now when you come to the likes of Marquinhos, his first chance, he's got a goal and an assist. So, and he played really well. So look, we have to see it in the Premier League. Like, we need to see it against some proper quality because FC Zurich, sorry, they're poor. But yeah, for me, look, I'll keep him there so far. But I won't agree with the whole starting a process again because that's nonsense.
Fair enough. Over to you now, Gooner Lee yourself, and I'm going to give you your first choice is going to be. What are we going to go with? Fabio Vieira of Arsenal.
Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, that is a
difficult one.
What's the tiers again? What's the tiers? Let me see the tiers.
We'll get these tiers up there.
I'm gonna say a quality baller. I do believe he's going to be a quality baller. Look, he's coming for £30 million. He looks really, really good. Now, again, is he going to displace Odegaard? I'm not too sure, but what I like about him is he's versatile. He's played left back for Porto. He's played false number 9 for Porto. He's played right wing, left wing, centre attacking mid. Again, he's played in centre mid. So I think he reminds me a little bit. I was saying the other day, he reminds me a bit of I don't know if you remember Heleb that used to play for Arsenal. Heleb sort of slash Najri. I do think that he needs to kind of beef up a little bit, but look. You look at David Silva, you look at Bernardo Silva, you look at Cesc Fabregas, some of the kind of real creative players that have been in the league. They're not these big kind of strong, gigantic people or men. So yeah, for me, I think he's going to be able to outwit people with his smart play. I think he looks really good. I mean, against his Man United, I think he had a 10-minute cameo and he looked like he was doing some bits for us. So yeah, look, I think quality. I'm not going to go club legend. I'm not going to be deluded, but yeah, I'm going to say quality player.
You never know. It could end up being. You never know.
Again, the little appearances. He's got some technique about him. He's got an eye for a goal as well. So we'll move him there, as you said.
Also, you always got to kind of think about that. Look, when you think about quality, when you go to think about quality baller and club legend, you want to think about winning. And are these players on this list going to help or make an instrumental impact for your team to win? But so yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Fair enough. Roms, your first pick of the night, and I'm giving you Ivan Perisic.
Ooh.
I think he'll be none of that bias stuff, but I think he'll be good on his day. I think in the high octane games, I think he'll get found out, especially against the more elite wingers, but I think he'll be very good on his day for Tottenham. Prime example was the Wolves game. Without him in that game, for me, Tottenham possibly even lose that game. So, yeah, I think he'll be good on his day. That's where I'll put Perisic at this moment in time.
Fair enough. A lot of people in the
not a lot of hot takes. Not a lot of hot takes.
Not a lot of hot takes so far. Like a lot of people saying, like he's going to be top quality. A lot of quality. A lot of ballers. A lot of people backing him there. But interesting take. My first pick, and I'm going to give myself. Oh, am I going to give myself Carvalho? Liverpool's Carvalho is who I'm going to give myself.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say good on his day. I'm gonna say good on his day right now. He looks technically very, very gifted. but I'm not too sure. I kind of look at it. I don't know. There's something about it. There's so much hype. I'm getting the same feeling about him as Harvey Elliott and the next Steven Gerrard, Curtis Jones. It's almost they're saying the way they're talking about he's so good.
100%.
He's so good. We didn't need to spend any money this year, and then it comes to the end of the summer, and fuck, we need to go and spend more money. Like that tells me he ain't quite ready yet. So I'm going to say good on his day. I'm going to say good on his day. Right?
I would even go lower, to be honest. I honestly would go lower.
Really?
You know, the thing I don't like about Liverpool fans is they love to kind of put themselves in this Arsenal boat with these star boys, because we talk about Martinelli, we talk about Saka, we talk about ASR, we talk about now Saliba being star boys, and I really do think that people just call him quality for the little bit of twist of this Portuguese kind of style that he's got.
You've got to give them some props. They've been dealing with, you know, OAPs and freedom pass pensions.
Yeah. Honestly, for me,
like, you know what? We have to allow them.
We're in the mud at the moment, but Carvalho is the reason why we've got certain points out of.
Honestly, for me, I think
Newcastle game, he's impacted every game he's played, and how dare you say bench warmer or will flop?
Honestly, I would say bench warmer. Honestly, I wouldn't say anything more than that.
Are Arsenal fans talking about overhyping people or team fans
Exactly.
overhyping their players?
No, exactly that.
I'm in the Matrix. I think I'm
no, exactly that. If you had listened to what I've said what Liverpool fans try to do is try to include their 2 pence into this whole Starboy thing. They love to talk about, they've got this, they've got that, but really and truly, I mean, Harvey Elliott, the guy's overrated. I think he's so overrated. And so overrated.
And I think Elliott's a tidy little player.
Can I add in there as well? The same way how I think Arsenal fans overrate ESR. So I'm not discrediting what you're saying.
No, I agree with that one, Greeny.
So for me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't believe that these guys are going to live up to the hype. I think they're going to be good players. And I think someone like Harvey Elliott, he might be a bit of a journeyman, actually. Like, I don't think he's going to be a great player. But look, like, everyone just loves the name Carvalho, but because he's got that surname, everyone thinks that he's going to be this little Portuguese guy. But if his name was Steven, well, everyone would be like, nothing.
Really, he's impacted every game this season. It's not just that his name's Carvalho. We're going off what we've seen. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
So,
the thing is, I watched him against Everton, and I wouldn't really say it had an impact.
My view is this so far. When he's come on as a sub against tired legs, he's looked really good. When you really, my example is this of youngsters. When I think of what Rooney did as a kid, who, by the way, like goes into club legend, stroke quality baller in some people's eyes. Some people don't think it's a club legend, which I think is weird. These guys at his age are making impacts from starting positions on a regular basis. Doing it from the bench as a youngster is normal. But I will judge him when I see him make big impacts from starting positions in games. But I'm not going to say bench more flop. I'm going to say good on his day for now and leave it there. Colleen, we're on to you next, and I'm giving you Christian Eriksen.
Oh. Do you know what? Like, I think he's one of those ones where, like, can I see the tears again? What's above good on his day?
Quality baller.
Or do you know what? I will actually say he's a quality baller. I don't think he's ever going to become a United legend. I just don't think I don't think he's going to have enough time there to build that. He might become a cult hero, but there's without a shadow of a doubt, he's a quality baller. I don't think that's controversial.
Yeah, again, as a Man United fan, it's one of these things. These signings are all different. Some of these signings might only last 2 years at a club, but it's how you're going to reflect back on that signing. I think quality baller, this so far, like that first game made a mistake. Sorry, Brentford, he made a mistake. But what he's passing between the lines from midfield, we just haven't had that for a long time. So maybe we've been starved. And you know, when you're really thirsty, a glass of water is the best drink in the world. You know that taste of it's so good. Maybe there's an element of that. But I would agree. I'd put him in quality. I think he'll be a quality baller for Man United. I really do think he will.
Yeah, I think he's adjusted to the deeper deep line playmaker role that he's been playing this season as well. Because I personally thought in a pivot, I thought he wouldn't be that guy, but he's been great, like build up, creating, even like tracking back to getting forward like he did against Arsenal. Like he's been very, very good this season.
No arguments here, coach.
Listen, imagine my shock. Some Man United fans calling him a quality baller. Imagine.
You don't think?
Imagine my
what?
So you don't,
Any
let me ask you
Saturday
this
night,
question.
any given
So
Saturday night.
Gunnar Lee, you don't agree that he's a quality baller, or so what do you think he'll be for Man United?
Listen, again, another average Joe, man. I'm telling you, next give him 6 months, he'll be out the door. I guarantee you.
You're being
What?
He wasn't average. He wasn't average when he was running through on goal and setting up the third pass your team the other
Wait,
day.
hold on.
You're right, but even a broken clock's right twice a day.
Wait,
Look,
out
he
the
had
door
good
to go
performance,
where?
and well done to him.
Listen, feeling wrong about Arsenal midfielders. Same talent ID as Roy, so ignore him.
My talent ID is top tier. Don't slander my name like that.
I'm going there. I think you're being disingenuous because ever since they've changed the personnel, I can't stand United, but ever since they've changed the personnel on that team, from the Liverpool game onwards, Eriksen's been excellent. You just have to sometimes give credit when credit's due.
Yeah.
I can see where this is going.
As of right now, Colleen, an Arsenal fan, has put him in quality baller, and I will certainly not be challenging that. Viewers, make sure you're smashing like and share buttons for us. Roy, on to you next, and I'm giving you Calvin Phillips.
I think it's got to be bench warmer. Like, I can't really see him going anywhere else. As in, I think he is good on his day, but that with like how not reliant, but how important Rodri is to that system, that day is going to be like February 29th. Like, it's going to be very, very rare. So yeah, I just see a player who's good on his day, and unfortunately, you won't see much game time.
Can I just add to that as well? If Romeo Lavia keeps progressing at the rate he is as well,
he's going to displace him.
I think City will call him back straight away, and he's going to displace him.
Chelsea might bid for him again. Never know.
What's it called? Bench warmer is best case scenario for Calvin.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna be so honest. That's best case. Like, if he manages to get like a position in the team where it consistently comes off the bench, like maybe every week, that he's done well. Because I can see with the way that City spend money, if you're not in the first team, they'll find a replacement for you before you even been given a chance for it. So that's best case scenario.
I think he flops. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he flops at City. If I'm being brutal, I think.
Wait, you think he's going to flop?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just talking about at City. I think he's going to flop because I just don't see him getting into the team. I just don't see it. So.
Yeah, unless Rodri gets injured, I can't see it either.
Yeah.
I think he's got those injury problems as well. Like, they kind of make these
signings last season.
Yeah, they make these signings every now and then in City, and I think a lot of it is like the sort of the homegrown talent coefficient they need and things like that. But Phillips there, as you can see, viewers been put into bench warmer. Omar Dizzy, on to you next, and we're starting to get to the serious players soon. But I'm going to give you the centre back signing of Tottenham, Lenglet.
Flop.
Question: do you understand this deal? Like, they were looking at Bastoni and it ended up with Lenglet. Like, does it make any sense?
Fans in my ear all summer telling me Bastoni's coming. Oh, Conte and Paratici are going to bring him to the lane.
You know what it is? They was like, we're just gonna flood the team with so many new players that Tottenham fans won't have time to actually realize that some of these are duds. Like, we haven't actually signed anyone for real. Like, the Lenglet one for me is like, oh, another new signing, and then they'll quickly rush out like a Richarlison and then show like a promo via him.
When it hit me that Spurs were having the most overrated summer in the history of the Premier League was when they did the 6 cent signing when they signed Spence, and I thought, 6 signings, yeah. And I looked. And I saw them include a backup goalkeeper, and I laughed so hard because we all know this. No disrespect, Man United have signed we've signed some really good backup goalkeepers in the last 15 years. Lindegaard was a very good backup goalie. We had the Argentinian #1 as our backup for like nearly a decade, but I just don't see them as signings. We've just signed Dubravka. I couldn't care less. I didn't do a video about it. I didn't because we all know he ain't coming in. If we're signing someone to try and displace De Gea, then I'll talk about it. But if you're just going to be a third choice backup player, there is almost no point. And Spurs fans, they sign a couple of good players, and we'll get onto them later. But like Lenglet, and Fraser Foster in goal, and even to an extent Djed Spence, because it's about 4 times now Antonio Conte has mentioned in press conferences that Spence saying he's player. He doesn't want Spence. Like,
I do think with the Lenglet thing though, like we have to kind of give a bit credence that with Conte, he does manage to get the best out of players that aren't as good as they perceive. So look, I'll probably agree that he's going to be a flop, but I mean, he played against was it Wolves? Did he play against the other day?
Yeah.
Tottenham's last game. I think they played against Wolves, and he
Oh,
played.
no, it was Marseille and the champs.
Marseille, no, but the game before that, I can't remember. But he played quite well. I just can't remember who they played. But he looks decent anyway. So look, I think he'll probably be a flop as well. But yeah,
fair enough. I'm going to go to Gunnar Lee next. And I'm going to throw in a bit of a juicy one for the middle of the show. I'm throwing in a juicy one now. I'm going to throw a juicy one in. Darwin nUneZ. Darwin nUneZ.
Look, I think he's going to be one of the flops of the century, man. Honestly, I really do. I think for the price tag, firstly, and no matter what you say, he's basically come in to replace what Mane did. So it's not his fault, but at the end of the day, if he's come in to, in essence, replace Mane, he's not going to live up to what Mane did. He's not going to be able to replace what Mane did. He reminds me of, and everyone keeps calling him Andy Carroll, but he reminds me of Shamak. He reminds me of the Arsenal.
Oh my god!
He is, and you know what? When Shamak first came in, people go and check. When he first came in, he looked really good. He got all these goals, and then after a while, he just went down. But for me,
look, he looked good to Arsenal fans.
He did.
I like Matt.
I know you both Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
Shock.
For me, I think Darwin nUneZ is absolutely terrible. And you know what's more funny is that everyone keeps going on. Oh, Klopp, he gets the best out of players. He did this, he did that. But look at the money they spend on Keita. He doesn't get everything right, so you can't just go off that. For me, he looks like a bummy player.
The sample size right now is quite small because he done himself a disservice.
It doesn't matter. I said it before.
Wait. He's done himself a disservice by headbutting someone in his second game. But give that guy a bit of time. Once
listen. I don't want to. Listen, I know a player when I see one. For me, as I said, look, no matter what anyone says, the price tag alone, they got absolutely robbed. Now, even if, and again, I think
big fans were rejoicing. They said, "How the hell did we get 100 million euros for this guy?"
No. But I'm going to give them credit because they paid 62 million, and 64. If they do well, then it goes up to 84. But even if he does do well, I don't think he's going to get them to their ultimate destination, which is to get the Champions League or the Premier League. If they pick up a couple here and there, look, that's good. That's really good. I can't ever look down on it. But for me, I'm not going to sit here and say that. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say anything other than that, bro. Like, I think
flop of the century. Sorry. Flop of the century is like a big call. Like,
I'm very.
You think it's going to be the worst deal since 2000?
It's the Gunnar agenda.
Listen, I think he's going to be a massive flop part for Liverpool because he's going to keep playing.
He's not covered himself in glory just yet, and I'll admit as a Liverpool fan, it's not looking good at the moment. But I think with a system change, with some rest now after the international break, Darwin, the goals will start coming. But he's one of them players, if he's not scoring,
why
doesn't look good. Say that again.
Why do you keep saying system change? How do you know that he's going to change the system? Why doesn't he?
We're praying. Knowing Klopp, he won't, but we're hoping because that's what will get the best out.
Oh, it's hope. Okay, fair enough. Never mind. Carry on.
Dreams.
Yeah, that's fine. We all have dreams. That's cool.
But we know though, if he doesn't play well for Liverpool, he can always be a sort of double act for Central C, innit? It's all right.
I'm honestly in two minds about him. The thing with him is we've seen some really good finishes, we've seen some really good moments, we've kind of seen some bits where you think to yourself, that was quality, right? We've all seen that. I think we've all witnessed that. But then there's been loads of moments in games where the touch has been off, the play hasn't quite been there. You kind of get those Lukaku feel with him. But if he keeps scoring the goals like he did in the opening couple of games, I think he's going to do really, really well. I'm really in two minds about him. I see the rawness and the issue people have got, but I also see someone that's got predatory instinct. And, you know, if you are scoring those goals, if you are putting that ball into the back of the net, it's different. It's different. But I don't know. I'm honestly, I think,
Terry, just interrupt us and go back to you. I wanted to ask you guys. I think you always have to label the money that you've attached to this player. Unfortunately, he's cost up to 84 million. Now, in this current day and age, 62 to 84 million pounds, whatever you want to put on his head, I think you're asking for a lot more than the rawness. And I think you're asking for someone who's going to actually come in and listen. I don't necessarily disagree. Look, big up Olu. I don't necessarily disagree. I really do think you have to look at the money that to come in, and as I said, where they were and where they're looking to go with the players they had and now who they have.
But Dino, you're saying the money we spent, but that's becoming the norm. I feel like the reason why he's going to get scrutinized, because what you alluded to earlier is because who he's replacing. But I think if he wasn't replacing Amani, I don't think the fee would be that much of a talking point.
I think it's not just him.
Hold on.
You're not forgetting that he scored in the Community Shield. Haaland didn't. And they were telling me that nUneZ is going to outscore Haaland. nUneZ is better than Haaland because he scored in the Community Shield and Haaland didn't.
Exactly.
And now
exactly that, right? So they at the start of the season, all the Liverpool fans wanted to compare him to Haaland. They wanted to compare him. A lot. Okay.
Now we heard it. We heard the comparisons.
Now all of he's not doing well. Oh no, let's give him time. He's raw. This is what Liverpool fans do. They're so soft. They're so soft. You can't say anything about these people, man. They're soft.
I think he's going to stay in flop anyway. Someone's said.
Nothing you can do, Rom. Sorry,
so it's the 17 he's staying in flop.
I'm just saying here, Arsenal clock end has said keep Darwin in flop. So right now, Liverpool fans, it's going to cost you more than £18. It's going to cost more than £18 to get your new star striker out of that flop situation.
I just think nUneZ doesn't see they needed a technical forward, man. Why did they go pick up nUneZ? Like, it just didn't add up to me.
Panic buy. It's a panic buy. That's
well, it's interesting story that came out today stating that it was kind of Klopp endorsed this, but the club were like, we're not happy with it, and I'm intrigued to see how that moves on. But viewers, he's been put into flop as of now, and then a super chat has cemented him into that position. Smash the like and the share buttons. We move forward. On to you, Roms, next, and I'm going to give you. Why can't I see this other player that we had earlier? Oh no, we've already placed 2 Arsenal players, so I'm going to give you Cucurella.
I think Cucurella is going to be a quality signing. At the moment, with Chelsea, they haven't had the best starts to the season. I feel like the personnel they're having in their team wasn't the greatest, but now he's basically got his father that's come to the club, the manager that got the best out of him, a manager that was key in his development, coming to the club, and his technical ability as it is himself as a baller. I think he's quality, and I think Chelsea do kick on once the Premier League resumes, but I think he's going to be a quality signing for them.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, everyone saw my video earlier. I'm terrified of Chelsea. I'm getting called out a lot for these titles, and I'm scared of certain clubs. People are like, oh, you haven't seen them kick a ball yet. I'm more worried about the way the club's being run. I'm looking beyond the end of my nose, and I'm seeing some really good things, although Chelsea fans don't seem to see it. Wood through trees and stuff. Yeah, I think Cucurella is brilliant. What I have liked, though, and the kind of stopping of the season for a weekend and the sacking hasn't helped, but I also saw a little bit of spark in Ben Chilwell, and I'm a £50 million player last year. I want to play out.
It's true. I wrote him off too quickly, and he came off and won the game for us against West Ham. So
yeah, and what will happen? When you've got 2 quality players in the same position, they're both going to raise their levels naturally,
and they can both play in the same team as well. Like Cucurella can just play left centre back.
He's versatile. Exactly, he's versatile as well. And his old coach coming back, he was key in his development. I think it's a no-brainer. These quality signing.
Yeah. I already said from when he started, I think he's going to be the best left back in the league this season.
Oh Lord,
I stick by that.
Fair
I don't see any other left-sided fullback outperforming him.
There's already one that's been doing it at Manchester United, and we'll get on to him later.
Oh my God!
I hear that right? Wow.
By the way, viewers, I'm not scared of everything. I'm fearful of the way 2 clubs are operating right now in Arsenal and Chelsea. That's all I said I'm scared of. And it's the way the club's running, not so much the team. And if you have a problem with that, and that's what you laugh at, it's because you can't debunk what I've said. Like, that's all I'm saying to you guys. Do you know, I had one of my Legends and Superfan members messaged me earlier in the group chat we've got, and he went to me. He turned around and said to me, "You give opinions with 3 outcomes because you don't know what's going to happen. And I'm like, how? And he said to me, well, he just what he said. He said, you said that Frankie could stay at Barcelona, but if somebody like Man United paid his deferred wages, he would leave. But then you think that if Chelsea also came in for him, that you think he'd go to Chelsea. And I'm like, yes, that's my opinion. Yeah, but how can your opinion have 3 outcomes? I'm like, because there isn't one solution in life, right? Like those things could have happened. Man United might not have paid the deferred wages. If they did, he'd come to us. But if Chelsea came in and did the same thing, I think he'd go to them. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. And I was like, listen, Nabil, let me explain this to you. Your girlfriend loves you right now and she's with you. But if I come along and ask her out on a date, she's saying goodbye to you and coming out with me. Like, and both those statements are true. But if I don't ask her out, she's staying with you. Like, this is the point. There's 2 outcomes that are plausible here. By the way, Nabil, I have not DM'd your girlfriend yet. But if you keep being cheeky, I might just have to like say, how you doing? Let's meet for a little drink. I'm only joking, Nabil. Big up yourself. Anyways, my go next. Who am I going to pick? I'm going to pick Alvarez from Manchester City. And I'm going to go with on his day right now. And I say that because I have not seen enough of him so far. We'll see with the rotation coming in. I know he was brilliant in South America. I did actually hear a lot of, again, a bit like people saying Darwin Nunez would outscore Haaland. A lot of people were saying, I think Alvarez will outscore Haaland in the Prem this year. And it's not happened. I mean, a few people here saying club legends, but
I think he might be quality, you know. From what I've seen of him on the ball and his movement and stuff like that, I think he could be quality.
You all think quality? Okay.
He could be. I think quality. Not to Aguero's level, but he could be very, very good for them.
Well, if you're all saying quality, I will be swayed by your opinions and move him up one there then to quality baller. Colleen, I'm going to go to you next. We have some other super chats that have come in. I don't want to miss these. First of all, we had one that says put Raheem Sterling in club legend. We'll put that into the pot for him when we put him out there, my friend. But thank you. Move all Spurs players into flop. Dead club is what my guy here has said. What we also had here, we've all had that one here. Extra money here. Dyke said extra money to keep Donkey nUneZ in flop. So that's now going to cost you 23 British pounds. Get him out. Dare I say it? Drifty said the people who are on Darwin are the hardest. Are fouled footballers. Like it's okay. He'll make you eat your words. Learning Lee and Colleen, get those tears ready. So that's 5 taken off. That's back down to 18 to get him out now because you can come together basically like it's Littlewoods and pay it off. And that Dallo here says move Fabio, as in Fabio Vieira, to legendary status. That name alone brings him to the very top. So
yeah, baby.
A super chat here. Fabio Vieira, club legend.
The game is gone.
Name high.
Gooners out here backing their team.
He might be, and with a name like that, why not?
No,
I just want to say and make it clear. I need a little running thing at the bottom that has nothing to do with me. I don't want no one to call me deluded. I am not.
What we're gonna do, KJ, if you're backstage and watching, take a screenshot of this and take a screenshot of this and let's put it on Twitter. That's what we've got to do. No one cares about the truth, just the narrative,
Yeah. The truth's always the worst part in it. Yeah,
exactly. Colleen, over to you next, and I'm going to give you literally all the players left now. Actually, we'll get an easy one out of the way. What's the name of that defender that City bought? I can't remember his name.
Akanji.
Him. Yeah, Akanji.
Again, I feel like it's another similar sitch. I think, but can I see the tiers again? I need to make mine up. I'm bouncing between 2. I think he's going to have to go in bench warmer, to be honest with you. If I'm being honest, it has to be bench. It's kind of similar to the Kalvin Phillips analogy, to be honest with you. And look, because obviously club legend is there, so potentially he could move up and be like quality baller, but I just don't know. Not seen enough of him to even put him on good on his day. So I'm going to say bench warmer.
Who would he displace in that City defense for real, for being honest?
But that's what I mean. I don't think he does.
Yeah, bench warmer's best case scenario.
I think I would have put him in good on his day. The problem with him is his injury record is absolutely terrible, and that's what I think is going to actually probably make him a bench warmer. Is the fact that he's not going to get enough games to make him look like he's a quality player. But he is actually really good. He is a really good player. But yeah, I mean, Laporte, I'm not too high up on Laporte as well, so he could easily come in and replace him. So yeah, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one, that one.
I wouldn't be mad if he moved up to good on his day, but as of now, and the circumstances around City and their players, that's what leans me onto bench. But I wouldn't be bothered if he was in good on his day.
I think that's fair. Again, he's one of those players I know very little about him, and I saw them sign him, and I didn't know whether they were signing a kid, an old man on a free. I was like, rah, that's just my knowledge. Just didn't touch on that, so I thought I'd give it to you, Colin. Roy, over to you next. We're starting to get down to the real interesting ones here. Thank you very, very much. The real interesting ones. So let's give you. I'm gonna give you one of your own boys, your own Chelsea boys, Denis Zakaria.
This is a difficult one, man. We've just got a new manager as well, so I've got no flipping clue how Potter's going to use him or if he will use him. But if I just judge based on like the little I've seen of him, which is basically a few comps and a couple Gladbach games and a couple Juve games.
Wait, Roy, have you seen 10 games to make this opinion?
It's mainly the comps.
I've seen about 2 Gladbach games, 3 Juve games, and 4 or 5 comps. I think that's enough to make a good judgment.
Just rounded up to 10. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Roy, according to some of your fan base, he's Kante's replacement. That's just what I've heard.
Nah, come on. Let's be serious here. Let's be serious here. Where am I gonna put him? I'll put him in good on his day. Like I think Potter will probably give him a good few games, and I think in most of those games he'll be okay. He'll probably have a couple stinkers here and there, maybe a few good tackles in a couple other games. Like I don't really expect too much of him. Like I'm not one of those people who thinks, oh, we finally got a number 6, we're sorted now. Like I don't personally rate him that highly.
Does he start for you? Does he start for Chelsea?
As in, I'm actually a fan of Jorginho. I know he hasn't been fantastic this season, so I still think he should be our starting DM. So I don't think he starts for us, but I think he will. Like we've got a lot of games, and there's like a lot of fixture congestion, so he will get he'll get to see the pitch a lot. So I'll just go good on his day. But yeah, I'm not really expecting too much from him. Like
he's gonna be Danny Drinkwater. He's going to be Danny Drinkwater. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
You know, right?
Well, it's a hard one. I like him. I really like him, and he's a player that I really wanted Man United to sign in January. And I know people say he flopped in Italy. So did Thierry Henry. I'm not suggesting he's going to be the greatest DM in the history, but also like Bruno Fernandes did very poorly in Italy. But if you look at him in Portugal, you look at him in England, he's done very well. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, look how Odegaard's playing. If Odegaard was playing like this for Real Madrid and could do this in Spain, he wouldn't be playing for Arsenal. He would have stayed at Real Madrid. Philippe Coutinho is a top-class Premier League player. Every other league he's been in, he's been bang average. So there's elements and qualities of Zakaria I like. I'm very intrigued to see him in the Premier League, whether or not...
About the stint at Juve, he actually got... Allegri wasn't using him as the deepest midfielder. Like, he was using him ahead of Locatelli, which didn't really suit him. So, like, I think that does play a part into why he didn't really look great.
But I think what Roy said's key. We need to see how Potter's going to utilize him first before really making a decision on him.
Yeah, we've got him in good on his day. Over to Oh My Dizzy next, and I'm giving you Tyrell Malacia.
Club legend.
Oh my God.
Are you being a troll?
He's going to be a United legend. Jesus.
Am I being a troll? Put him up there, Terry. Club legend.
Someone needs to pay.
Arsenal fans, do the work. Arsenal fans, do the work.
Yeah, these Arsenal fans, please move him down, man. We can't have
it. I need to hear the rationale. What's the rationale behind him being a club legend?
Listen, how old is he? First of all, right? You guys wanted to talk about the money thing. Oh, if you cost so much, you have to be compared to your value, blah, blah, blah. Okay, wonderful. So he costs 15 million. So let's get that conversation out the way. What he is coming with right now is raw talent and passion. One thing that United have been lacking for the last 5-10 years in a left back position, right? That's first and foremost. So all we need to do is polish the diamond and make him a more complete going forward. But he already has.
McTominay could be a club legend because he's got that passion.
Are we talking about Scott McTominay or are we talking about
But
Malacia right now?
with that,
I thought we were
with that
talking about
framework,
Malacia.
he just
No,
needs a bit
no,
of
no,
polish.
no, 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 no.
This logic's
No.
a bit smelly, man.
I don't know.
No,
I'm here.
no,
I'm
you're
here the
not.
reincarnation of Evra. That's what I've heard from
Isn't it, man?
So listen to what I'm saying. If you have the heart, you have the passion, you have the desire, you have everything you need, right, to be able to apply yourself to what's it called, to become a complete left back.
Yeah.
First and foremost, all he has to realistically already he has all the pieces to the jigsaw to be a good defender because he doesn't get skinned on a very consistent basis, does he? Am I right?
I think he gets skinned a few times. I can't lie.
How many times?
I'm sure Saka skinned
I didn't. I wasn't keeping a count. But
Arsenal, he struggled. Yeah. Well, actually, nah.
Even Salah, I feel like he was
struggling
against Salah.
I'm not even saying that. I'm not even saying Saka skinned him crazy. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. He might have got the better of him once or twice, but I'm not saying he skinned him all game. Same with Salah. I'm not saying Salah skinned him all game either. So realistically, those are two of the biggest challenges in the Premier League.
Salah skinned him all game.
Huh?
No, I didn't say Salah skinned. I think he struggled against Salah personally.
Yeah, Salah didn't. I'll say that for free. No,
this is what I'm saying. So
he's a club legend.
Does he have the pick? Fam, we've got Fabio Carvalho in Club Legend too. I don't want to hear it from us.
He was raised up there, and with that name, why not?
Nah, I keep keeping
with
the name. My left is flawed, but we're talking about names.
Man, how we
okay.
Fabio Vieira, Tyrone Malacia, Club Legend.
That's the logic.
Where is the integrity, man?
nUneZ is a nice name.
That's crazy.
Look, I'm going to say this now. Listen, he's been put in there at a super chat here from United Legend, keeping him in there, as you can see. I'm going to say this. I think Club Legend is far too early for Tyrell. I think he's had a really good impact. There've been a few moments where you've seen the lack of experience. I didn't even think Saka did that well. It wasn't even a massive skill from Saka to turn him inside the box and to get that shot off. That was poor from him. There's been a few moments. What he did to Mohamed Salah was top class. Yeah. I think I would probably put him in someone that I think could become a quality baller for us. Club Legend, when I think of Dennis Irwin, when I think of Gary Neville, when I think of Patrice Evra, is hard. Like for him to get, you got to remember, being a club legend at Man United is harder than being a club legend at Arsenal, at Tottenham, at Man City, because
their standards.
The guy's got to win a couple of Champions Leagues, and he's got to win 4, 5, 6, 7 Premier Leagues before you become you can't imagine this at your football club. Only Liverpool and Man United get this. To be a club legend at Man United, not only have you got to be brilliant for between 5 to 10 years, you've got to win minimum 3 or 4 Premier Leagues and at least 1 Champions League before you can even be called like a hero of the football club, let alone a legend. Like we are different to a lot of you other boys.
Wait, so if that's true, then why is Gerrard called a club legend? If that's true.
Some clubs actually have European VBS.
Why is Gerrard called a club legend if you have to win 3, 4 Prems and a couple?
I can't speak for what Scousers do. I'm speaking from my perspective. I'm just saying,
asking. Liverpool's not part of England. They have their own rules, man.
That is very, very
true. I knew that was coming.
I didn't think I'm not gonna lie. I'm not fast. Club legend. Let's go.
There we go. You put him in. Tyrell Malacia is in club legend.
Malacia above Cucurella. This list is
mad.
Absolutely outrageous.
Well, do you think that Cucurella could become a club legend? That's the question. Does he think?
No, but I know Malacia won't.
Guna Lee, I'm on to you next, my friend, and I'm giving you Yves Bissouma.
Ooh. You know what? This is hard because I wanted him at Arsenal.
I was about to say that.
I'm going to say quality player. I'm going to say quality player. Do you know what? I'm close to saying club legend.
This is a miracle.
I'm close.
This is a miracle.
I think he's a great player, but I'm going to say quality player. I'm going to say quality player. I think he's a great player. I will give it to you.
Why not?
I think he's very
they don't have many.
He needs to get into the team first, but yeah.
Man only needs to
get to the team eventually.
Man only needs the League Cup runners-up medal when he's a legend of that club.
He's a legend. That's what I'm saying. Why not? They ain't got many legends. May as well throw him in there.
I'm gonna say quality player. I think he's good. I think he's really.
You know what? Just to add to that, we're all being honest. Every single one of the top 6 clubs, probably Bar City, were looking at him or monitoring him this summer. So I think nUneZ's got this spot on. He's a quality player.
Yeah, again, I would put him in now. I put him in quality player. I think he's going to be brilliant once he gets into that team. Roms, over to you next, and I'm giving you Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Oh, this one. I'm gonna go with Chelsea. Don't create though. They don't create enough.
Who?
I'm gonna go good on his day. Because I feel like similar to nUneZ, I feel like if he's not scoring, he's just not gonna offer them anything. I don't think he's gonna do much. But he's Premier League proven. He's got experience in this league, and I do still think on his day he can be one of the deadliest finishers. His time at Arsenal towards the end was stinky. I think we all agree. Went to Barca, had a decent record. I think if he can come into Chelsea with a team that, for me, don't create enough chance for him, but I feel like the chances they do create for him, he'll put them away. But I'm going to go on his day because I don't think every game will be good for him. So good on his day.
Surely he's got to be a flop with an Arsenal tattoo on his arm. Every time he scores, he's gonna kiss the Arsenal.
It's impossible for Aubameyang.
You're just saying that because when he comes to the Emirates and he celebrates, you're gonna feel it. That's the only reason why.
I just want to point out. I want
you
to book it right now. Tottenham and Chelsea ain't coming to the Emirates and beating us. I can guarantee.
I didn't say beat you. I didn't say beat you, but Aubameyang.
Even though we did last season, it's okay. When Arsenal buy players from Chelsea, it's normally Deadwood players who we don't want anymore, and they go there and stink up the gaff, like Willian, like Czech, like I'd even allow David Luiz because he had a couple, had a good stint there, and then didn't really do much. Now, when Chelsea buy players of Arsenal, there's one thing you can guarantee is that they're going to have major VVS on their CV by the time they leave. Look at Ashley Cole, won the champs, won the Prem. Look at Cesc Fabregas. He had little to no Premier League legacy.
To a Prem title.
He had little to no Premier League legacy. Chelsea buy him. And what happens? He gets 18. Clean. Let me finish.
Say it. Say you're gonna win. You're gonna win. Roy, say it.
18 Premier League assists. Wins the title. You have an off season. You know what he said. You know what? Lads will get back in blood.
Aubameyang going to lead you to a Premier League.
He wins. Fabregas wins Europa League 2, playing a nice little squad player part.
We're in a new era.
I'm not a clairvoyant, so I can't tell you he's going to win this.
No.
All I will know is that
is the trend going to continue?
He will have VVS on his CV by the time
he's going to continue.
That's all I'm saying.
But no, you haven't, because I'm asking you a question. Is it all that's going to happen? Say it with your chest. What is he going to do at your club? I just want to know.
He will leave with more trophies than he entered with.
Okay. We got him.
Bro, we got him.
100%.
We got him.
Chelsea players of Arsenal, if there's only one thing that happens,
clip it, KJ.
You get choices for your CV and you keep it stepping. That's the vibe right there. Look at Giroud.
It's going to be an interesting one, and I can see a desperation from Arsenal fans for him to flop.
They so badly want him to flop.
Do you know what? Wait, can I just actually stop? I don't mind him. I actually quite like him. I have no vendetta against him, nothing against him. I just don't think that he's the player that Chelsea fans want him to be. And I guarantee you, what is going to happen? He's going to be there. He's going to be another Morata for them. He'll come in, score a couple of goals.
Move someone up or down.
I'll call it now. The same thing RVP did, the same thing Adebayo did. He's going to come back to the Emirates or even at the bridge and come back to haunt them.
I'll let you have that little anecdote because you've got suffering in your life at the minute.
Let's just leave it there. But viewers, what do you think? How is Aubameyang going to do? He's been placed in good on his day. Good on his day is where we've placed him on this tiering show this evening. Make sure like buttons are being smashed and make sure you're subscribing to the Football Terrace as well. Make sure you are subscribing and doing everything you can. Darcy here says, with Laporte out for a while, he will play a lot for us. Really good on the ball too. In relations to, I'm going to get his name wrong again.
Akanji.
Sorry, I'm terrible. Once I can't get a name right, it takes me weeks to learn it. I'm so sorry. It's my dyslexic brain. But that £5 super chat moves the man up there into good on his day. Thank you very much for the donation, my friend. Is it who just went?
I just went.
Rob, it's back to me. Right. Who am I picking? I'm going to pick Richarlison. I'm picking Richarlison. And I'm just going to put Richarlison in the only category I think he deserves to be on here. I don't think it's... You could argue flopping at £60 million. So there's an argument with how much money he's costing that he could end up being a flop. but I don't think he will. He scored a brace in the Champions League. That doesn't stop him from being a flop, by the way, but most flops don't score braces in Champions Leagues. Most don't. But I'm going to put him in good on his day, because that's what I think Richarlison is. Richarlison, for me, when he's on point, when he's on fire, he can look world-class, but then he can have 3 or 4 games after that where he looks like an also run, if that makes sense. So for me, I think good on his day, and I think he'll have a lot of good days for Tottenham, but I think there'll also be a lot of days where you think, he just didn't quite do it today. He's definitely going to pick up a couple of red cards a year. He's definitely going to get involved in nonsense on the pitch he doesn't need to. But I'm not going to say quality baller, because I'm not putting him near the levels of Sons just yet. But equally, I'm not going to say bench warmer, because I think he'll get himself into the first team. So I'm going to say good on his day is where I would put him.
Harry, just to add to that, I think it's a match made in heaven, because you've got a passionate player in Richarlison, you've got a passionate manager in Conte. And I'm not Richarlison's biggest admirer, but what Conte has the ability to do is get that extra 10-20% out of players. And it's always been his dream to play Champions League. He's always wanted to go to a big club, even though we all know Spurs aren't. But anyway, I do feel that I agree with you. I think he'll be good on his day. But I think once Kulusevski and Son pick up form again, he will only be getting the last 10-20 minute that cameos of games.
It's hard for that one. But do you know what? I'm going to sound like a madman here, but I'm going to say quality baller. I do think there's something about Richarlison which I think we have to acknowledge as well, is that he boils piss for other fans, and that actually that straight away puts him. And look, I had a mad argument with Tapping Tobes, man, for about weeks on ends about him and Richarlison compared to Jesus. Now, I think that genuinely, I think Jesus is a tier above Richarlison in terms of quality, in terms of forward player. But for me, I think he's going to be a quality player for Spurs. I think he's going to be a quality player for Spurs. I don't think he's better than Jesus, of course not, and I think everyone would admit that as well. But I do think that what he's going to bring to Spurs, not only the fact that he can score goals, is that the fact that he can play 3 positions as well. He can play off the left, he can play in the middle, and he can play off the right as well. And not only does he get goals, not only can he be a nuisance in for the opposition, I think when you add on to the fact that he just riles people up, like he does, he gets under the skin. And nUneZ, it's a guarantee he's going to get sent off against Spurs, because Richarlison's going to get in under his skin. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah. What you said there about getting under people's skin, I agree with. And that's why I when he's like that, I think he's dangerous. I'm still just not fully convinced on his consistency as a football player, which is why I say good on his day, because that's almost what that kind of saying means to me. But look, I think make good argument there, and he's got the ability to become good on his day. It's just if he can become consistent. So we will see what happens. Colleen, over to you next, and we're getting down to the serious names here. So I'm going to give you 70-odd million pounds worth of Wesley Fifo Fofana.
Roy, brace yourself.
No, I rate Fofana.
There's only one tier you can go in. Like, let's keep it a buck, man.
Imagine my shock. Just imagine.
What before I answer what the tier I'm going to put him in, Roy, what is this one tier?
You got Club Legend, man. Easy.
But I'm crazy. Okay.
That's not it.
Wait, hold on. Let me get my lead. You know what? I met Martinelli on the high street one time, and he's got the lead that Fofana was on, and he signed it and everything. So I just wanted to get it for you, Roy.
That's cool. But Saliba,
send me your address and I'll give it to you.
Goal this season. Van Dijk gave away a penalty. It's all right.
Yeah, no. I'm just asking that if you want the lead that Martinelli had, he's.
Hey, Saliba, have you called Rashford yet?
Listen, we're talking about Chelsea right now.
Sorry, you didn't catch him.
We're talking about Chelsea right now, but yeah.
I'm gonna say I was gonna say quality baller actually, but because of this arrogance from Roy, it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. So I want him in good on his day. That's what I want him to be. He's not.
Wow. What?
Whoa. Sorry, are we gonna allow this?
Roy, your job is
now poison the chalice. Is this what we're doing?
But your job, Roy, is to convince Colleen, not offend her.
He's going to be a club legend, fam. He loves this club. He's a quality baller. Potter will get the best out of him. He's going to get better season after season after season.
Roy, you've made him sound like
a with us. He'll win a couple Prems with us.
Roy, you've made him sound like a whore. You made him sound like a little football slut. Like, he's been there 2 days, and you're saying he loves the club. Like what? Just because you've given him money, now he loves you. That's what you're saying.
He said champion more. That's what he said.
I was watching Fafana's stories when he was rumored to be joining us. I was seeing what he was doing on social media. The guy loves the club. I promise you, he loves the club. Fam.
Money talks, don't you think?
I'd love a club that pays me 200k a week as well.
So does being a club with European VVS, but you wouldn't know that.
We're not even talking about the right things, bro. This brother here said Prem. He said champs and multiple Prems he's gonna win.
Yeah, I think Fafana is that good, and I think we will become that good again.
Roy, I could be swayed again. Tell me in a Potter system what the defense would look like. Out of all the defenders you brought in, what is your starting back 4 or 5, depending on? I think it'll be
it's
back
simple.
4.
As in the best young centre back in the world on the right for Fafana, the best centre back in the world, and the best of the and another world class defender on the left in Koulibaly.
You know what, Terry? He's rubbed me up the wrong way again. You don't
want to hear facts. It's fine. It's fine. You don't want to hear facts. I get it.
Put him on the bench. Put him on the bench. He's rubbed me up the wrong way.
On the bench.
Oh my!
Chelsea fans, are you gonna have that Fafana on the bench?
What are we doing here?
1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. Chelsea fans, Fafana has been placed on that bench. Do your magic, Chelsea fans. I know you love to
Terry,
do
give me
it.
Gabriel Jesus, please.
Can I just say,
Terry, give me Gabriel Jesus. Terry, I want Gabriel Jesus.
No, I said I thought Fafana could be a quality. I think he's a quality baller. I actually really like him.
He's up on the bench because of you. Terry, give me Gabriel Jesus. Thank you.
He's got to go down.
Can we just see what Roy just said? He said he's the best right centre back in the world. Bro, he's not even the best. He's not even the best young centre back.
I said young.
Is he not better? Is he better than Konate?
He's not even the best young centre back from his nation. Konate and Saliba exist, you know. He's not even.
He's better than Konate. Saliba,
Okay, no. I like to ask direct questions so we get actual answers. So, Roy, are you stating that Fafana is better than Saliba and Konate?
He's better than Konate. Saliba's a coin toss. Whatever one you prefer, I don't mind.
He's better than Konate.
Better than Konate.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
What is this?
All Liverpool fans say, "Oh, he was our best player in the Champions League final." No. I'm not trying to hear that, man.
No. You do know. Go on, you know.
I was going to say, what makes it a coin toss with Saliba, but not with Konate? When I believe, look, Saliba, I love him.
You think Konate's better than Saliba? You're smoking.
Konate didn't lose a game.
I think Konate is a quality player.
Chalobah's never lost a game when he started for us.
No. You can't do that. But Chalobah wasn't as involved in your team. Konate played quite a few games last season, and it's only bad.
Wait, how many games did Konate play last season? Because Chalobah played close to 20, if not more, and he never lost. So.
Cool. If I test it, I don't know the exact number, but Konate probably played at least 18 to 19 league games, and we didn't lose a single one with him.
That's fantastic, and I'm so happy for you. But Chalobah was undefeated too, so that doesn't mean anything.
Guys, I am going to interject because we've had some super chats that have come in here. The first one says, Colleen, Champions League, Warwick, Champions League for Arsenal. Move Fafana to quality baller. We can move him up. We can move him up one category with that £5 super chat. But Nathaniel here has given 20 to move him into club legend. He told us
a man with sense. A man with sense.
So that's going to take.
Fans, where are you?
Let me just finish what I got to say. Sorry, that's going to take 20 English pounds or more to remove Fafana from club legend status. Nathaniel has put him in there. That is done. That is dusted, and that is out of the way. Roy, we are on you next, Roy, and we are going to give you.
I want Gabriel Jesus, man.
Don't be salty. Don't be salty.
Do it, Terry.
Gabriel Jesus, you want
Okay.
Be for real.
They told me this guy was R9 reincarnated. Oh, the way he was pressing, he was taking on players, doing all sorts X, Y, and Z. And guess what? At this point in the season, he's got the same number of goals as Raheem Sterling. And one gets lauded as R9, and the other one gets called, oh, he's not that good. Oh, like he's average. Oh, he's just a road runner. This guy has not been as good as Arsenal fans make out. He had a great game against Leicester, my bad. And apart from that, they've acted like he's been a 10 out of 10 every game, which just hasn't been true. Listen, if Fofana didn't get moved up, I would have put him in will flop. But Clean told me to be real. I'll be real. I don't. Club Legend's a bit of a hard one. I'm not going to lie because
the super chat. Oh, I love it. Thank God.
I think he's definitely at least in quality baller. But do I see him going down as an Arsenal legend? Because when I look at previous Arsenal legends, I look at Thierry Henry, like I look at Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira, like David Seaman, all these players. And do I think Jesus can get into that bracket at Arsenal? I don't know. So I'm just going to put him at the very, very high end of quality baller because I do rate him. And if Chelsea signed him, I would have rated him too.
He's golden. The
super chat changed my mind, man. I can't have a fun and Club Legend and be putting Jesus.
I hear that, guys. So here, Darcy here has come in, and this is about 30 English pounds. Put Fofana back into.
Okay. Terry,
guys, when I do this, you need to let me speak this through, and then we can speak afterwards. Sorry, just I don't want to disrespect the super chatters. So he goes back into club flop, which means the £20 is wiped. So it's going to cost, just on the conversion, around £10 to get him out. This comment here says Fofana has a Chelsea pick of him when he was a kid. Keep him there. So that wipes out the money, but it keeps him in flop. There needs to be another super chat to get him out of flop. So it's going to cost whatever you put in. £5 or more is needed to get him out of flop right now. But that is where he remains with those brilliant super chats and donations that have come in. So a big thank you to everyone that does it for the Terry.
You know what? Since the integrity of this list is now out the window because one of the best centre-backs in this league is now going to be a flop. Bring Jesus down there. Get back, gang, man. I don't care at this point. Bring Jesus down. No,
you already said it, though. You can't change it.
You already confirmed your answer.
No, I'm sorry. I did place him. He was there.
You just put him there now. Oh, is this actually what we're doing?
Here we go. Fofana's been moved up as well, people. So he's now in bench warmer. He's been moved up one category to bench warmer. Is where Fofana stands right now. We're going to keep the show moving, though. Oh, my Dizzy, over to you next. And I'm going to give you Casemiro.
Ooh, quality baller. Put him in quality baller. Obviously, to date, we haven't seen it just yet. He's had a bit of a rough start. But we're not going to act like Casemiro is not Casemiro, you know. So it is what it is. He's got to be in quality baller. Once he learns Ten Hag's system, once he gets a little bit more comfortable with the team, come on. If we hear any arguments about this, then none of this that we're talking about matters, to be honest.
No. I don't think there's any arguments. Like I'm not going to be like crazy, but my only thing with Casemiro, the same thing I had with Varane as well, is when Real Madrid want to get rid of a player or when they let a player go, either one, for me, I kind of get a little bit worried. Oh, Nathaniel, man, why?
What is this madness?
Yes, good lad.
Why? Someone please do God's work.
Integrity, man.
Anyway, but yeah, he's a quality player. Anyway, he's a quality player.
Yeah,
but he did come for the money, in my opinion. He did. So
do you know what it is? I've always
wanted the new challenges, and he got bored of winning everything.
I don't care if someone comes to the money if they perform, and my hope is that if the culture's right at the club, that's not the issue. Having said that, like Mo Salah's been given that new deal, and he looks terrible. That
post-contract
big money. That big money is a thing, but he's been put into quality baller by Oh My Dizzy, as you can see there. Wesley Fofana, Malacia, and Fabio Vieira, all in club legends now. Two of which have been voted by the fans. The other, Malacia, was placed by Oh My Dizzy. Next, I'm going to Goonali next, and I'm giving you Raheem the Dream Sterling.
Look, for me, this player, he means a lot more to me than others, and it's because, and I've said it, he's Jamaican. I think he's a Londoner. What he's done in terms of like just the stuff outside of football as well. I like him a lot. I don't want him to flop. I don't want him to flop at all. I think he will actually. I'm not going to lie to you. He's going to be. It's a tough one because I just don't know whether or not he's going to be able to really put his imprint into Chelsea because they don't have a quality striker. at this moment in time. I just don't think they have, and that includes Aubameyang. It does. So it's a tough one. Look, can I just quickly see the
Yeah, of course.
categories again? I'm gonna go with, for this season, I'm gonna go with good on his day. I want to put him in quality baller, and he is a quality baller. But for Chelsea, I'm talking about, I just don't know if he's going to get to the level which I know he can do. And just because of the system there.
There we go. He's been put into, I think, good on his day. A lot of people would agree. I think a lot of people would agree. People weren't excited about this signing as I originally saw, and I thought that was a little bit strange. I thought he was better than that. But yeah,
this is what's it called? Raheem Sterling minus Haaland could end up being the signing of the summer, especially for how much they got him for. Is crazy business, and he's Premier League proven. He's got the quality. He's got the winning mentality.
Yeah. If Graham Potter can get that ball worked into those the GA positions that that he did at Brighton, but with people like Raheem that can put those tap-ins into the back of the net, he could absolutely kill it. We have go on, Roms.
Last point. We know Sterling's relationship with when he has a number 9 next to him, the Suarez, the Agueros. I think now he has a Aubameyang, they'll both even benefit off each other. So yeah, I would have even put in club legend, but quality baller, I can agree with.
Club legends.
Look, I'm not going to disagree. And look, people are saying the same thing, like they call it. I'm saying I'm disrespect. It's not him as a player. I think the Chelsea team won't allow him to be the player that he should be. But look, I'm never going to disagree with anyone that calls him a quality player, because he is an absolute elite player.
So we had another 5 for him that moved him up to club legend, but then another 5 that came straight back in, bringing him back down to quality player. So a lot of interesting takes there on Raheem Sterling. But we did have some more super chats as well that I want to jump into here. So this is the weirdest one we've had of the night. Zion here has said, as a Chelsea fan, big up Terry in the panel. I rate Fofana, but he won't be a club legend, but will be a quality baller. So a Chelsea fan has taken £20 off the price. So it now costs it will cost £11 to get Fofana out of the legendary category, because one of his own players, one of his own fans,
people playing against us, man. What's going on here, man?
Has paid it off. We've also had Casemiro will be a flop. So Casemiro now moves down 1 category from quality baller to good on his day with this super chat that has just come in here. Keep them coming, people. All a little bit of fun, of course, supporting the football.
How much was Casemiro again?
60 mil.
60. Oh, that was it.
No, that's a bargain.
I do think, though, again, with the Casemiro thing, it's hard because he doesn't have the players that he had at Real Madrid. So when he's passing the ball forward, he's got to pass it to Bruno. And we know what Bruno is, don't we? So.
Look at this. Raheem Sterling, in club legend. Stop the disrespect. So Raheem Sterling has now been moved up to club legend. Chelsea. Lenglet, club legend, man, like down there. We can't jump Lenglet up that amount with a £2 donation. We have to respect everybody else and the fans that have set that level. But thank you very much indeed. We'll add that to the pot. We'll add it all up in the top. I'll make a note of it here on my little iPad. Who just went then, by the way? Me. Okay, so Roms, I'm going to you next, and I'm giving you Manchester United's Anthony.
You know what, right? Let me not even be shameless here. I wanted this guy at my club for competition for Salah. I rate Anthony. From what I've seen him Champions League and the odd Ajax game I've watched in the Eredivisie, I rate him a lot as a player. What we need to chill out on, I know it's your first goal in a massive game, but you've been there 2 minutes. Don't kiss the badge like that. Just you need to chill out in that sense. But I'm gonna say quality baller. I have to be honest with Anthony, because I think I rate him even before he came to United. I rate him highly, and I think in a Ten Hag system and how fluent they're playing, I think he'll thrive. I hope he doesn't. I hope now he's at United. I hope he doesn't. But yeah, I have to be honest. I think
there's no better time to play this.
Anthony's done nothing, by the way. Absolutely nothing so far in this game. People are saying, "What's Anthony doing?" He's done nothing, bro. Apart from 1 shot over the bar, I ain't seen nothing that he's done. Bruno's got the ball. They got a break here, though. Oh, that's a foul. And he's played on. Sancho, Rashford, right on cue. Fucking Anthony scores, doesn't he?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Like I said,
You know,
honestly,
Perry, you know that these are the salty Arsenal fans, yeah. Regardless if he went missing or he didn't have much of a say in the game, he scored the opening goal against in the Premier League era's biggest rivalry. What more do you really want? Like, it's just, I'm salty fans, but yeah, he has to be quality for me.
I mean, I'd put him in quality. I think he's going to do well. I think the price tag is massive. We haven't seen too much from him as of yet, and he wasn't very good the other night. But yeah, it's a slow start. But I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be okay. There's been moments from him, and I always speak about players showing moments. And there's been moments in every game, a good bit of skill. The finish he put away was very good. Like that.
Exactly.
I've seen a lot of Man United players in the last 2 years miss those chances. So, like, it was good, but I wouldn't talk club legend yet. I'm quite happy with quality baller after what we've seen. What would you say, Dizzy, after watching him play for, like, I don't know now, about what's he had, about 70, 80 minutes in total?
A reasonable rival. You love to see it, is all I'm saying. It
did hurt.
The jury's out on whether or not he will live up to the price tag and all that type of stuff. But my thing with the price tag stuff is if you start getting into that conversation, then it gets real tricky on trying to define what was good value for money. So for me, if we look back at it in like 5-6 years, and he's been a solid star, he's contributed to big moments for the team, and he's also Ten Hag's man. Also, the other thing is, why are fans so salty about him kissing the badge? Can the man not paying for the club? What is that about?
No. He needs to chill out. He needs to chill out on that one.
Why?
Well, but having said that, again, it's about reading the stories about him. He has dreamed of playing for Man United his whole life. This is why he pushed so hard for the move, because other clubs were looking at him this summer. Chelsea were one of them as an example. But it's fairly well documented when you read interviews from the past that Man United was the place he wanted to be. So I can stomach him kissing the badge. It isn't like someone that grew up as an Arsenal fan, signs for Man United and kisses that badge game one. I kind of get it, but this is someone who was a Man United fan growing up, so it's a little different. And it is also his celebration. He just kisses his badge. I think it's what he does. But as a United fan, you love seeing people kiss your badge, didn't you? We know they don't really mean it. We know they don't mean it, because in 4 years' time, if we're flopping and he's doing brilliant and Real Madrid come calling, we all know he's leaving. We know it works. We've had some super chats. Come through before we move on to the final three players. Move Arthur to club legend. That's a £5 donation. So it translates. We can't move Arthur up that whole way for that. What £5 gets one level up, so he'll go to bench warmer from flop. So thank you. Dan's put another donation in to make it up to £5 now, saying move Lenglet up, so he moves up to that bench warmer position as well.
So it's just nUneZ.
That's nUneZ and flop. And here you see Jesus, our savior. He will take us to the promised land. It's all there. Put him into legend. So Gabriel Jesus also gets moved up that legendary category, as you can see right there.
Let's go.
Hang on a minute. We've got another one here that says Sterling is world class for me, and he deserves all the respect he should get. Big up Todd Bowley for picking him up on the cheap. And also Zakaria will flop. He reminds me of that signing. So I'm not sure if you want me to move anybody up, but what I'll do, I'll put some more money on Raheem Sterling. So it's now going to cost £10 or more to get Raheem Sterling out of, the legendary category after that super chat from Zion. My final pick, and I've got Lisandro Martinez, and I'm taking Lisandro Martinez. And I am putting Lisandro Martinez into... I'm putting him in quality baller. I'm going to remain consistent. I'd love to say club legend. I've been so impressed with him since he started. He has barely put a foot wrong. There's been some in the first couple of games. There were some issues when he was playing next to Tweedledee, and Tweedledum was it to his Tweedledum on his left, and he had Tweedledee on his left and Tweedledum on his right, and he was exposed a bit. But I've actually watched on Wire Scout. The man hasn't missed a header. I don't care that they said he lost one aerial duel. I've watched it. He gets his head on the ball. I can't understand what he's saying. He has been phenomenal in possession, brilliant in terms of tackling. And even last night, he came on and United got robbed 2 nights ago with the most outrageous penalty that I've ever seen in my life. His performance, if we had 4 other players like him, well, it's the first handball. It's the first handball in the history of football to be given for the ball hitting your leg, right?
Yeah, it was a stupid call.
Lisandro was phenomenal when he came on. He can play from the back. He has got technical ability for days. Brilliant physically, great aggression, excellent positioning, quality baller. The only reason I wouldn't put him into club legend is because to be a club legend at Man United, you've got to be better, as good or better than Vidic, as good or better than Stam, as good or better than Rio Ferdinand. Like those three are my legends of the Premier League era. So for him to do, like, he has to meet their level to become a club legend. So I can't say that yet, but quality baller, one of the best up and coming centre backs in the world. We can clearly see why Mikel Arteta wanted him to play next to Saliba, because he is light years ahead of Gabriel. That makes mistakes.
That's fake. That's fake facts, by the way. But all right,
it's not a fake fact. It's listen.
It is a fake fact.
Ornstein loves to spin that Arsenal PR, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Like, no. But it is a fake fact. But okay,
it's not a fake fact. I believe it. I'll tell you what I'll say. I'm gonna quote the modern day word. It's my truth, and my truth can't be challenged. Do you know what I mean? He's it's one of them things. He may have been wanted to be signed as a left back, but he's what I call a trans centre back, and he would have become a centre back at some point. He believes he is. So he 100% would have been a centre back.
For the rivals' sake, we need to hope he ends up like his previous compatriots in the Heinzes and the Rojos. We just hope he goes down that route.
He will. Don't you worry. He will. He's so overhyped. It's unbelievable.
Question, Terry.
No, Alessandro is quality, man.
As good as he's playing and as consistent as he's been, if he is one of the main figures that takes United from where we've been to win anything of prominence, i.e. the Prem or the Champions League, or winning a couple of trophies in the same season, whatever the case may be, would his name not go in United folklore, given where we've been in the last few years?
It could do like with where we've been. He could be elevated to maybe hero status. But for me, I'm just going with my sort of standards, and my standards would be, I would want him to. Oh my God! Man United legend.
Talk to me.
Make him his own tier.
Oh my goodness. I don't believe this.
Listen, Man United people
I'm with that.
Terry, is that your burner? Terry, is that your burner?
I got loads of burner accounts. By the way, no one ever super chats a football terrace. I just do it myself. That's it. All of them. All the accounts. They're all me. The Daniel Dyke, they're all me. Damn, Lisandro Martinez there. He's got his own tier now.
Does that mean no one else can move up there?
No, he can, but you've got to pay that amount to get him out or add someone else to it. That's respecting the super chatters. Like, you can't go in cheaper, otherwise it would be harsh. But signing, does it say signing of the summer? Let me just spell this out. Of the summer. Let me type this
singing of the summer.
Actually says
signing of the
does it?
So if you're gonna respect the super chatter, you need to quote him letter for letter.
I'm gonna do it. Singing of the summer. Singing of the summer. That's in there. Lisandro Martinez moved up, and we put it into. I'm trying to get the closest color I can to platinum. It's kind of a silvery color there, as you can see. Lisandro Martinez in a tier above the rest. A tier above the rest. Wow. Smashed it, people. Smashed it. What does it say here? When Lisandro Martinez was linked to Arsenal, Gunnar Lee said he was.
I did say that.
Start ahead.
I did say that, but hold on a second.
Now he's overhyped.
Machiavelli must be about 7 years old, because I did say that, but I also didn't go on to say that he was going to be the world's best centre back, which is some of my United fans are going on about. So what does that mean? And I also, if you know about me, Machiavelli, I don't rate Gabriel that highly. That is the reason why. So what does that say? So do your research properly. Yeah, come with a bit of common sense, and then we can have a conversation, my friend.
There we go. TJ here says, but another burner account, by the way, of mine, says, can I top up the Martinelli super chat to make it 100? So that's 100. So to get Lisandro Martinez out, or to add someone to him, it's 100 of those beautiful English.
It's a conspiracy.
pounds.
It's a conspiracy.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. In fairness, on the terrace, it's normally Chelsea and City fans who back theirs the most. Like, very Man United and Liverpool fans are the worst on here, generally speaking. I am surprised.
All I will say is, if there's a City fan watching, you not better rise for your play.
Move Arthur up for his day, Colleen. So Arthur's been moved up again now. So Arthur's now
put of all time. You can't give Liverpool fans nice things. They just go crazy. You just can't give them anything.
Listen, they're a soft bunch, you know.
There we go. So next player on the list. One thing I didn't do though in all that excitement is I forgot the timestamp when I started talking about this thing, and it's going to annoy me now. But Colleen, I'm going to you next, and I'm giving you Koulibaly.
I like Koulibaly. When he came over to Chelsea, I was a bit like, meh. Like, I didn't really see this top quality. And I don't think we've seen it at Chelsea thus far. Is that fair to say? I think he's been okay. He's also got a red card. He's been a bit of an idiot, actually. I think he starts for Potter, though. I'm not going to lie. I think he potentially starts. So I'm going to put him on good on his day. Good on his day.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one. I think he's better than that. But again, he's one of those weird signings that Chelsea have made where like no one's that buzzed by it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He's just not good enough. He's not good enough to kind of like go above your station to defend him. He's a good player. He's going to make mistakes. He's making mistakes that I think about, like someone like Mustafi at times, a bit rash, or a Gabriel at Arsenal, a bit rash, a bit of a donkey vibe, but he can also do and have some colossal moments. But for me, look, he's just an okay player, and yeah, I'm not going to kind of go wax lyrical about him.
Okay, we have a super chat here that says, super chat here says, move Jesus up from Wish down. Well, you can't move up from club legend into that tier of signing of the season without the entry fee. And the entry fee,
I said move Jesus down.
I'll move him down. Oh, sorry, down. So Jesus goes down. Sorry, Jesus goes down. I misread. Sorry. My dyslexia kicked in again. He's gone down. Jesus has gone down. Final pick, and we're going to go to Roy the Boy on this. Erling
left.
One player, Erling Haaland.
Oh, yeah. As in, I personally think he is signing of the summer, but unfortunately, I can't put him there. So he's going to have to go into club legend. I think he'll win league titles. I think eventually City will win the Champions League, which I know none of us want, but it looks inevitable. He's going to bag tons and tons and tons of goals. And my only issue is, does he have a clutch gene? And we can only find out.
Yeah, that's the big point. It's going to be, that's the final piece of the jigsaw for him. What he does in the big matches against the other top six, and those semi-finals, those finals, those big Champions League nights. And if he do you know what's crazy about his goal to game ratio for Chelsea, Phillips, City? It's so good. If he maintained this for the rest of the season, he ends the season in all comps with 85 goals. That's when you see 12 goals, it doesn't seem that much because you think 12 isn't that big a number. But 12 goals in 7 games, when you look at the ratio, it's beyond phenomenal.
Just to add to that, I think there's 3 records. 2 he will break this season, and the other one within his time at City. He's going to smash Salah's record out of the past. Like, Liverpool fans get over that. That's obvious. You know, Jamie Vardy's record, 11 games consecutively scoring. I think he's going to smash that one. Them 2 records.
I don't think he'll break that one.
I reckon he will.
I think there'll be a game where he goes without a goal.
Just before I finish, the third one I think he will break is the most Champions League goals in a campaign, which I think Ronaldo holds with 17.
17, yeah.
You think he's got 17 Champions League goals?
Yeah, that might not be this season, but by the time he ends his career at City, whatnot, he would have done that. I think there are 3 records. 2 of them he'll break this season. The latter one he'll break at his time in City because he's a joke. He's honestly a joke. Like, there's nothing more really to say about him.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. And I knew he'd break Mo Salah's record. I felt he would, and people call me crazy. And look, unless he gets injured, he just keeps scoring for fun. And I keep hearing people say tap-ins, easy goals. If they were tap-ins and easy, everybody would do it.
He's got elite movement.
You have to get to that position to score the tap-in.
I'm not going to lie. I'm fanboying Haaland so much because I can't wait for him to break Salah's record, man. Because anyone but him having that record. This guy, I can't stand him, honestly. So anyone but him. Please, Haaland, please keep scoring, please.
We had a super chat here. This is a £5 super chat. It converts into pounds. Get Cucurella into club legend. So Cucurella has been moved up into that club legend.
I don't mind. 3 players there. I don't mind.
Yes. So this is putting Jesus back into club legend after he was moved down a few moments ago as well. But what we do is we set a time limit to this. So we're going to set 10 minutes from now. 10 minutes to get your super chats in to secure your favorite signings place on this list, or forever hold your peace. Remember, Darwin nUneZ is currently in the gulag. It's going to cost £18 or more to get him out. Malacia is there in Club Legends. Will take £5 to get out. It's going to also take Fofana. Where Fofana is right now, he's in that Club Legendary stage with £11 on his name, so it'll cost you more than £11 to move him down. And Sterling has £10 on his name, so it'll cost you more than £10 to move him out. So you've got 10 minutes from now, people, or forever hold your peace. But I've just got to run to the bathroom real quick. I want to ask a question. I will put Colleen out. Who do you feel has been the signing of the summer?
Oh, I mean, it has to be Haaland, isn't it? If we take him away from that, then we have a proper discussion going on. So I think Haaland's a no-brainer. So let's take Haaland out. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Take Haaland out. He's already up there. Who's the signing of the summer?
Oh, that's hard.
I don't want to.
The way you were fanboying for Fofana, I better hear that out of your mouth.
I'm gonna be.
I mean, if you want me to say it, I can.
I might say Jesus. I might say Jesus.
I don't want to boost you and Colleen's ego, but I think he fires you lot into the top 4, and I feel he could deliver you that Europa League. No, chill out. He's not delivering you that.
Baby.
But maybe for now, enjoy it.
We're winning everything.
3 Gabriels, and guess how many made it into the Brazil squad?
Do you know why though?
If you read the report from ESPN Brazil, they already said he's.
All I see is no players in the squad, man.
The players that are in this Brazil friendly, that's for them to fight it out to see who's actually going to go.
Yeah. Oh, Neymar needs to scrap for his place, doesn't he? So does Casemiro. Alisson needs to fight for his life to get into the team.
Read the report from ESPN Brazil. Read the report from ESPN Brazil. There's a question mark.
Did no one ever tell you that you shouldn't believe everything you read on the internet? Come on, man.
So wait, so there's
all I see is no Arsenal players.
And then there's Roy, who knows absolutely nothing about the Brazilian squad or the Arsenal squad.
I'm not proclaiming anything. I'm just saying there are no Arsenal players there. Is what I'm saying false? I said there are no Arsenal players. That's what I'm saying.
No, that is correct. What you aimed at me, that little slide dig, that was false. Because if I don't have a claim as to what I'm saying, then you don't have a claim at what you're saying.
My claim is that there are no Arsenal players. I look at the squad and there are none.
I'm not talking about the comment you made after that, Roy.
What comment? You guys are getting away from the point anyway. It's a signing of the summer. Lisandro Martinez is easily the signing of the summer.
Who else?
Lisandro Martinez is easily the signing of the summer. If it means that Harry Maguire is not in the starting 11, I don't want to hear it. Lisandro Martinez is easily the signing of the summer. Or Eriksen for free.
Do you know what? How mad it is, right? I actually might even have to agree with you on that, and not because I think he's a quality player, but to get Maguire out of the team, I might even have to agree with you. I can't even disagree. It's mad.
It's not hard, but it's beneficial for the team. It's needed. It is not about being difficult. It's about being needed, and that shit.
Yeah, it's not the signing of the summer. If you take away Haaland, stop it.
Terry, can you bring the list up again, just so I can look through to decide who I want?
1 second.
By the way, Terry, you didn't have Isak in there as well. You missed him.
Oh, he's not part of the top 6. We only cover top 6 clubs. Yes, we left. Do you know what's interesting for me? Like every year we've done this. We've done it like 3 years running now. It's always but you've got to look at the price of the player and the impact they have on their team as opposed to being the best signing. So based on what Omar Dizzy's saying, that if Martinez comes in and we stop conceding as many goals, we improve in the league, keeps Maguire, and we become a much better team, and he's a key pivotal part. There is an argument for signing of the season when you think City would have probably won the league without Haaland. So his goals are brilliant. It really depends upon that thing. I mean, Haaland would be my signing of the summer, by the way. Mm-hmm. But equally, I think Lisandro Martinez being in that right now, and that was a super chat from a viewer, but like he is just, and I think because he was written off by so many people, like the media on him. You saw the boys on the overlap school Jamie Carragher with the whole that Jamie Carragher said you can't judge him and say he's going to be a good signing after four appearances, but yet he wrote him off after 0 appearances, and it's almost like you can see that kind of bias coming out there. But Roy, are you wanting to see the list, my friend?
Yeah, I just wanted to decide outside of Haaland who's signing of the summer is.
Sorry, Terry, you missed that.
Yeah, I probably have to just give it to Jesus.
Haaland was the signing of the summer, so we did. everyone other than
No
Haaland.
Zinchenko tell.
Oh yeah, there is no Zinchenko.
Wow, he's been moved down again. Haaland's been moved down to good on his day. The viewers are not liking it. Oh, Zinchenko. I can't believe I missed that one. I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, where would you guys rate Zinchenko as a signing? And I'll sort that out now.
And who's the guy next to Carvalho? Who is that guy?
Zakaria.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, he didn't have a Premier. I take these off the Premier League's website, and he wasn't.
Good on his day. I'll put Zinchenko.
I think very high good on his day.
You're crazy, man. You're absolutely crazy.
Why?
Because he's a quality player. Clearly.
I technically very, very good, but
the guy can play 6 positions. The guy can play 6 positions. You've seen how he's elevated Arsenal.
What 6 positions can he play?
He can play left back. He can play a right back. He can play centre mid. He can play. Wait,
so you've seen him play right back?
Yeah, of course I've seen him play right back. That's why I just said it.
When did you see him play right back?
He can play left back. Let me just finish. He can play left back. He can play right back. He can play centre mid. He can play DM. Sorry. He can play number 10, and he can play either of those wing back positions. The guy can play. He can play anywhere.
Wasn't that
when did you see him play right back exactly?
I'm telling you, he's played right back before. I've seen him play right back for Man City for sure. Go and check it. I'm not going to argue with you. He's played right back before.
Wasn't that the case for Maitland-Niles as well, though?
Yeah, no, but he's a much
better average everywhere.
But he's a much better player. That's why we don't have Maitland-Niles, obviously.
So where would you rank him, Gunnerly?
I'll put him as a quality player. He's absolutely like.
So I'll do that. I'll put him in. I'm going to put him there and then move him up. I'll put him into that position there. I didn't have him in that.
Go and check. People, I'm telling you, go and check. He's played right back for Man City on multiple occasions.
They've been saying in the chat that he's played right back for City.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you can see it. So we can get all on the screen. Let me just put that back into full screen. So there we go.
Well, I'm looking on Transfermarkt, and I don't see any games to right back here.
Listen, like as I said, don't believe everything you see on the internet. That's what you just said, no?
That's what I believe. I'm just saying. That's what the internet told me. I never said I believe.
Hold on, Roy. Do you believe everything on the internet now?
Of course not. I'm not a donut.
Okay, so then don't worry about that then, didn't it?
You literally just said not to believe everything on the internet.
I just read what I saw. I didn't say I believed it.
Okay, all right.
Khalid's the one who read that report and believed it.
Sorry, no.
You did.
Because you're always cheeky. Go on Brazilian Twitter. They've already said that Jesus and Gabriel are nailed on to be in that World Cup squad. The thing is, you need to use common sense. Of course, Jesus will be going. Like, of course he would be going.
I never. When did I say Jesus wasn't going?
My only thing with Gabriel Jesus is City didn't have a striker last year.
But look. Can I just counteract that one point? Mm-hmm. We know what Pep does. Pep said cries mercy all the time with certain things. Pep lost the Champions League against Chelsea for what reason? Because he made these silly decisions. So just because
he got tactically outclassed and his team got outplayed.
No, but what I will say is just because, and this is what people do, people think that because Klopp have won things that they can't get things wrong. Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, people get things wrong just because they've won and they've shown that they're clearly a level above other players or other managers. Doesn't mean they can't get things wrong. Just the same way how elite managers aren't always the best players in the world. Previous players, it doesn't work like that.
I like Jesus. I'm just saying, City didn't have a striker last season.
Just to let everybody know, there's a minute to go, and a few trolls. Someone saying, "Oh, the terrace is robbing people." Now, let me just say this: everybody knows what super chats are. Super chats are donations to the football terrace. You know, some people have PayPal, some people have Patreon. It's all super chats are as a way of donating, and now super chatters they get that and they know that. For everyone who's I would say angry in the comment section, I really hope that somebody gives you a hug. I hope that your mum's nicer to you. I hope that your girlfriend stops.
If you super chat every £5, I'll give you a hug.
Someone needs to move Malacia down. I can't believe
Malacia is still in club.
I can't believe it. Like, it makes no sense.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
My God, Haaland's been moved down to flop now. City fans are not out here backing their players.
They've got no chance.
He was a flop with a minute to go. And by the way, someone else put £5 in for Martinez. That's £105 to get him out of there. Martinez is going to be the summer signing with 30 seconds left to go on this list.
To be honest, I wouldn't even mind Fabio Vieira going down one.
Very, very good idea.
Agenda, Lee. Why are we attacking our
I don't
own-
have an agenda, but I'm trying to be more realistic. More than
Let's
this.
start with Malacia, then we can
This is
attack.
a miracle.
Whoa. Let's look.
Yeah.
Get rid of Malacia, Jesus, and Vieira, to be honest. If I'm being
Yeah,
How
no,
long
no,
left,
listen,
Terry,
all
now?
three.
How long left?
10. In the last 10 seconds, we're going down to the last 5.
Ilias,
Um,
quickly.
Malacia Club legend.
4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Done.
You love
Finished.
to see
Stop
it. You love
the
to see it.
count. It's over,
You love
people.
to see it.
The market is closed, as it were. The market is closed. Oh, hang on. There was one that just came in as I said that. It said Zinni is our boy. He's legendary. I will let that pass. It came in the dying moments, and it isn't outing
Terry,
anybody.
that was too late. Come on, let's keep it real, man.
The problem is with the stream is some people are slightly behind because it delays different
Well, then
parts.
click that live button. That's your fault,
What you
man.
say?
Nah,
What you
you
say,
gotta
Terry?
let him have it.
What you
Let him
saying,
have
Terry? Fergie time.
it.
Oh, of course it's Fergie time on this.
Imagine my shock.
You know what, right? We all know Haaland is sign of the summer, but it makes me so much better that he's there, my beloved nUneZ. So
No one even tried to move nUneZ. That's outrageous.
Liverpool fans didn't even want to back that. They're like, do you know what? I'll save my money for the match reaction.
Yeah,
show.
I've seen enough. Just keep him there.
But no, it's one of them ones for me. Like Haaland for me is probably the signing of the summer. Martinez, I think, will be one of them. I think Cucurella will be. There's no doubt. I actually think players like Malacia, Fabio Vieira could be top class signings based on they weren't that expensive. Like Fabio Vieira wasn't very well known as an example. Again, if Djed Spence had any other manager, I think he's really talented. There was another signing though that I saw that on here. I can't see where it got placed, and I think that will be a top signing at some point. We put him as quality baller, but again, for a free transfer, and again, it all becomes about pound for pound. Eriksen could be brilliant at that kind of price. There's been lots of good signings this summer. I think Gabriel Jesus has been sensational. Not very many goals compared to a Haaland, but his performances for Arsenal have been sensational. They really, really have. They've been absolutely sensational. And like, I know Arsenal lost, but what he was doing to us at the back, the hard work he put in for Rafael Varane and Jesus, like I felt nervous every time the ball came to him. So there's been so many good signings. Wow, shots fired, Terry. I don't know what that means. Who does shoot fires?
It might be behind, maybe.
Maybe it is. But viewers, listen, I really do appreciate all of your super chats tonight. Guna Lee, Roms, Dizzy, Colleen, Roy, I really appreciate you coming on and having your say. Viewers, we're back tomorrow with a bit of pre-recorded content tomorrow and a little bit of a day off, I think. No Jay Spearing, no Deborah. No Jay Spearing at all. Yeah, signed for Liverpool. That is very, very true. Man United also signed Tom Huddleston.
Quality baller, to be fair.
No,
that's no compilation. He came on and just gave the ball away as soon as he come on.
It's crazy. It's obviously after you forget these guys can play in like the Vans Trophy games and all this sort of stuff now. It's crazy. People, until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless, and we'll see you all again very, very soon. Peace.